Speaking of opportunities, can you describe for us how you felt about being part of the people-to-people court management delegation in 1988 to the People's Republic of China?
Oh yes, that was a wonderful experience. This was a very high-level group of court administrators that went to China, and the president then, Jerry Miller, was the one who got the invitation. But he called me saying, "Doris, do you think you'd like to go on this trip? With your background?" I said, "Oh, Jerry, that's a great opportunity." So I did go, and the Nelsons, Frank and Edna Nelson, also signed up. I didn't know this. This is unknown to me, but it was wonderful to have fellow reporters on this trip. There were just the three of us, and it was the most interesting experience because we met with judges, we met with lawyers, we met with government officials all in the court area in about 5 cities in China, and they gave us explained their court system to us. And then we had a chance to ask them questions. And it was so amazing to me to see what the legal system was in China. Actually, it's very oppressive. It was very oppressive. It was not, they didn't have the records that we have. The lawyers kept the records. It wasn't a court reporter. But I found that their system, they couldn't understand our system of justice. Well, every state had their own set of laws. In China, there's only one law. It came from the top, and everybody had to adhere to that. So it was not a very, it was not at all the same as the United States. It was completely closed.
I'm sure it's not lost that for you it was a very personal experience as well, having an opportunity to see firsthand some of the things that your mother had told you.
Yes.
About the country of your ancestry.
Yes. Jerry, I didn't get a chance to go to the village where my mom and dad lived because this was another kind of a trip. But it did give me a chance to see the Chinese people, in their own country. And the reality is that it was a wonderful experience. I loved being there and seeing it, but when I came back, first and foremost, I was glad to be an American.
It seems somewhat ironic that you would be there in a very closed country, and how they would view you as a capitalist, entrepreneurial, late generation Chinese that's doing so well, how they reconciled all of that, or whether they really doubted that you were an actual functioning reporter.
Oh, I think that they understood that I was an actual functioning reporter, and I think that a million people would have traded places with me happily in 1 second. They recognized it, and they were very sweet, very, very cordial, very nice, but there was never a break in communication between Communist China and this country. My mother had relatives there, and when it was before they opened up the doors, we would send letters and send money over there, and it was all, but we knew it was all censored, so you had to be careful what you said, what you did. So it's not that they didn't know what America was about. In fact, the Chinese name for America is Gim Sum. That means Golden Mountain. So they knew. Anybody from America, lived on streets paved with gold. And so they believed it. They knew it was true.
The National Association for a number of years has tried to improve the stature of what we do. How have you defended reporters and reporting's right to be termed a profession?
How have I defended their right to be termed a profession? Well, I have done a lot of work in the, my area that I have loved and worked in a lot is the education area, the board of the academy. And I've also served on the school board. And I think that over the years, we have watched the curriculum of the schools as they teach our budding reporters. And I have seen tremendous changes and improvement in the curriculum. As I stated early on, when I went to school, it was English and the machine. That was it. Now, the students are taught on actual computers, and now they're getting their associate's degree, and now we're encouraging the 4-year degree. So I think all these indicate where the profession stands as far as professionalism and what we expect from our reporters and what the students can expect when they enter the profession.
Was there any one time when it was the right time to be in reporting? For instance, was there a golden era? And if so, when was that?
Well, I think the golden era was the 80s. It seemed to be the time when the economy was booming, and all you would hear was, "I need reporters," or "I'm turning down work." That was quite a ride, Jerry. And I think it came to a screeching halt in the early 90s.
Was there any one time when you wished you weren't a reporter?
No, I can truthfully say that I have loved my career, every day of it.
Have you ever fancied yourself in another profession or doing something else? And if so, what?
No, Jerry, I haven't. I'm one of those odd people who really likes what I do. Burnout? What is burnout? I don't know what it means.
What type of reporting have you regretted not doing or not doing more of?
Actually, before I started to administer more in the office, I really did a wonderful cross-section. I did everything from fender benders all the way up to patent cases. I even did conference work. So I've done every aspect of reporting.